From his past as a professional athlete, Sergei only has a few memories left. Born in Belarus, Sergei has lived in Serbia for 10 years. A voluntary expatriation with his wife, an athlete herself, and their son. At first, they were able to make a living from their sport.
This is my first victory here in Serbia when I was 19. It was a real success for me. This photo is from when I was the coach of the Serbian national team for the European Championships.
In October 2023, the family applied for Serbian citizenship. In accordance with the law, they had to renounce their nationality, but the Serbian administration has since delayed its decision without any explanation. Sergei is now stateless.
We obtained this certificate guaranteeing from the Serbian state that if we renounced our Belarusian nationality, we would obtain Serbian nationality. We did everything correctly and brought this certificate confirming we had renounced our nationality, and now everything is blocked. I don't know who to contact anymore. I'm told to wait, that checks are underway. It's going to be 2 years soon.
This man, Igor Grishin, is known on Russian social media as Master Go, where he gives advice on well-being and healthy living. He too came to Serbia with his family about 10 years ago. He too applied for Serbian citizenship, followed the procedure, and renounced his Russian citizenship. He also ended up stateless.
I have many Russian friends who arrived in Serbia 10 years ago or more. We're in touch. And so over the past year and a half, I've learned that all my friends have this problem. They renounced their citizenship, and everyone found themselves stateless, like me.
After extensive research, Igor's wife Irina found other Russians who had recently become stateless in Serbia. They founded an informal group of 27 members to try to obtain the citizenship the Serbian state promised them.
What is the purpose of the group? First, to exchange information. This allowed us to see that we were very different. Different professions, opinions, with differing political views and backgrounds. The group's first action was to collectively write to the President of the Republic. Then the group wrote to the Minister of the Interior.
Irina and their 2 daughters obtained Serbian nationality. When they asked why Sergei's case was still pending, the authorities said it was simply a matter of delay. Igor renounced his nationality 6 months after the rest of the family. But Irina received a very different explanation from the Serbian ombudsman.
They write that in May of last year, they sent a questionnaire to the Security Intelligence Agency. They responded saying there was a problem.
To understand the significance of this letter, we meet with Petr Nikotin, a Russian activist in Serbia holding an EU passport. He defends Russians threatened with deportation. Not surprised that the BIA, the Serbian Secret Service, is mentioned in this case, he shows us an interview in the Russian press with the former head of the BIA, who had signed, along with the Russian FSB, an agreement to combat opposition figures.
We will continue this in the future. Every foreigner who engages in politics in our country and believes that they can abuse our hospitality will face the law. No one here has received a temporary or permanent residence permit to engage in politics.
The Ministry of the Interior and the Security Intelligence Agency know they have no legal right to reject these applications, but they don't want to grant them Serbian citizenship. And so, as is often the case here, they simply decide to do nothing.
Sergei, however, denies any political activism. With the loss of his citizenship, he had to leave his position as coach of the Serbian cycling team. Stranded in the country without papers, he had to take unstable jobs to survive. He now delivers meals on his bicycle.
I feel a sense of injustice, of being deprived of the right to receive a normal response. No decision is made, even though the law is on our side. I feel rejected, as if I were in an uncertain, endless waiting room. It's really hard to live with.
In April, Serbian journalists revealed that Belgrade had issued 204 passports of convenience to people close to Putin since the start of the war in Ukraine. But at the same time, the administration is reluctant to follow its own procedures in the case of ordinary Russian and Belarusian citizens, even if it means violating international conventions against statelessness that it has signed.